Justin Prohn, congratulations. You are our first podcast interview this year, and we're really excited about having you here. Want to ask you a few questions of the upcoming basketball season. You're almost ready for your first game. It's tomorrow night. What do you think about this year's team?
Yeah, it's an interesting team, much different than the team that we've had the last 4 years. But it's a fun team, very coachable. They're outgoing. They're funny, and they work extremely hard. So I think our style will be a little bit different than what we're used to probably seeing, but for the most part, I think it'll be kind of an exciting brand of basketball.
And which players will be key to your success this season?
We're a pretty deep team, so we're carrying 12 on the team. I can see every single player making a big contribution to what we're trying to do and the style that we're trying to play. Obviously, we have our seniors, 5 seniors in Tellier, Bryce, Connor, Trent, and Ben Cummert. They've been in the program for 4 years, so their leadership has been really, really good right now. So it's kind of neat to have them doing that. Our juniors and Trey and Zach, special basketball players, just people that will be taking care of the ball and kind of dictating a lot of tempo on what we're doing. And our sophomores and Nico and Shavesh continuing to learn, and then we're carrying 2 freshmen and Oliver and Allen who are going to make a big contribution.
By the way, I see fan favorite Felix made the squad this year.
Yeah. Our other junior Felix, just a great team player. He's the glue guy on our team and somebody that keeps things light, but at the same time can go out and really knock down a shot when we need it.
He'll be great on the court and at announcements, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Looking at this week, the Owls open with the concrete lines on Tuesday. Cedar Park is an away game for you on Wednesday, and then you're headed up to play the Darrington Loggers on Saturday. These are all non-league games. How do you approach this week?
Yeah, I kind of look at it as kind of our pre-test of things, see where we're at, what we've learned from the summer and the last 2 weeks of practice, and see what we need to work on. Obviously, with the new RPI that the state's using, every game's important. So I don't look at it as a preseason per se, but I look at it as a, where we at health-wise, where we at in terms of our schemes and what we're able to do. And, the first game against Concrete, I'm sure there'll be some butterflies. So hopefully that being a home game will be big for our young, we're a young team varsity experience-wise for the most part. So that'll be really good to kind of get that out. But then the Cedar Park game, that's a 1A school. So that's really a good test for us just to kind of see where we're at in terms of those rankings for all of 1A. And then Darrington,
What a special place you get to play in.
That's the whole reason for going up there. That gym is amazing. I know they're much improved, and I'm looking forward to taking the team up there to experience that kind of culture of basketball and
Small town basketball on Saturday night.
Exactly.
Nothing better. Hey, looking down the schedule, what league teams jump out at you as being strong this year or key games for you?
Yeah, so every game's important. I have to say that because our league, you can't take a night off. One team that's really improved is Eastside Prep. They have quite a few players. They worked really hard this summer, so we know that'll be a battle. You got Bush, who's always well coached right now. Coach Hawes over there, they're improving. U Prep, they're always athletic and always really big and got a really player that can shoot. But I think the teams that really kind of stand out, Bear Creek, just again well coached and a couple players that can really stroke the basketball. And then you got your SAS, who's always good and athletic and strong, and then Northwest, who won league last year. I think everybody's kind of gunning for them. I think they return a lot of players, and they're just, a good team with a lot of experience right now. So Northwest, yeah, it'll be a tough one.
Personally, this is your 8th season now as head coach. How have you changed over a coach in that time?
Well, I think my age and gray hair has calmed me down a little bit, to be honest. I'm still fiery and I'm still intense. I think my coaching philosophy has changed a lot in regards to just how we go about our practices and how important those practices are. And then the game is just kind of a time for the players to really challenge themselves and play to a standard that we've set. And I'm really proud of the program and how it's been built over the last few years. And I mean, we had 35 kids come out, and we had a challenging first week with, wind and school cancellations. But, we're able to practice, and every single kid was there. So that commitment level has been really good. So it's been fun. like I said, I think everybody grows a little bit as a teacher, as a coach, as a person, as a father. Even you learn a lot, and I'm still the same person, but obviously I think how I go about things is a lot different, and I think the players are also on board with everything, and just building those relationships has been a huge key in being able to kind of do what we want to do.
And finally, why do you love coaching?
Why do I love coaching? So there's a lot of answers to that. I think one of them is obviously the relationship that you build with these players. As we're doing this, I'm looking at pictures on my wall of past players over the years. It's been ultimately probably the biggest reason of doing that. Just keeping in touch with some of those guys. I think last week's a special week when all the alums that come back, you give them a hug and you hear what they're doing in college, and to see their growth. So that's definitely one of the things. I think from a personal standpoint, it kind of fills that competitive bug that I still have, being a former player and all that. So there's something to that. I think coaching is a lot more emotional though than playing is. And so that's been a kind of an interesting thing about coaching that I've had to learn. I always played with a lot of emotion, but just the emotional thought process that goes into coaching is definitely a challenge. But, I think building something is really fun too. And having those relationships with the coaches, your former coaches, your current coaches, all the players is ultimately probably the biggest thing about why we do what we do, to be honest.
Well, thanks for your time this morning, and great luck this season. This should be a
Yeah.
lot of fun watching you guys play.
Thank you.